and let's talk about it. So yesterday we kind of didn't quite get done, but we were down here. Does everybody agree with that? What? Yes, sir. What's the matter? Yeah, we're going to get to them all right? I appreciate it very much. All right, I wanted everybody to try, okay? Now, again, I was a little upset because I feel like we should do better with fractions and decimals and percentages, all right? But that's okay, it's been a while. So again, please concentrate now, all right? Let's finish up. Everybody go back to number 22. To number 22, this guy right down here. It's asking, what's the probability that you're not 1,000? All right. So Ashley, what was that? Yes, 45 out of 50. I want everybody to write that down. I need to shut this door. All right, and then of course, 45 out of 50, we're going to reduce. All right, and what does that reduce to? 9 out of 10. So I want everybody to write that fraction down. It's 9 over 10. And then 9 over 10 is what decimal? Everybody should know 0.9. And then everybody should be able to say, well, that's just then what? 90%. Okay, 23. Any volunteers for 23? How many of them are not even? How many of those numbers are not even? How many? Somebody said 2. Somebody said 0. Molly, what are you thinking? 1. Which one is not even, Molly? The 1, right. The problem is, how many 1s are there, Molly? Yes. That's what I want everybody to write down. I want everybody to write down 22 out of 50. Now's the time, though, you're supposed to ask me, what is the problem? 22 out of 50. Anybody have any issues with that? Does that make sense? Everybody? All right. So now we got to reduce that fraction to what? 11 over 25. Now, like I said, I think everybody's smart enough to tell me what 11 over 25 is written as a decimal. 0.44. Did you need a calculator for that? Well, we don't need a calculator. That's what I'm asking you. How do I know it's 0.44? Come on, guys. I want to know, how is it 0.44? Tell me. Time both of them by 4. Yeah. That makes it what? That makes it 44 over 100. Now, look, I'm upset because I don't understand. That's old material, right? So I know it's a while, so you're going to, well, I forgot that. That's okay. You forgot, but now I'm refreshing you, and some of you are like not sure what I'm saying, I feel like. Tell me.
Well, like, how do you know it's like 4?
Well, because remember, you're trying to make it out of 100, or you're trying to make it out of 10. Right? Because if I said 17 over 100, that would be 0.17. You agree with that now? You remember? KK, do you understand what I'm saying? All right, girls, everybody okay with me? Ashley, you're good? Boys, does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so when we look at this, this now is 44 out of 100, which is 0.44, which then is what percentage? 44%. Is everybody happy now? Okay. All right. So now, again, I appreciate those of you guys who took my, you tried. Okay, I appreciate that. All right. And like I said, we should be better now that I explained the whole worksheet to you. All right, so let's see if I'm doing better. All right. Does everybody agree this is kind of the same, right? And somebody asked me yesterday, what's a perfect square? You have an iPad for a reason. Because you can do what? Look information up, guys. That's how you become brilliant. Everyone's smart. You want to be brilliant. Look something up if you don't know. All right? So what was the probability of getting a 15? Let's go ahead. I don't know. KK, what's the probability of getting a 15? Stop telling me that. How many 15s are there, KK? How many numbers are there? So what's the probability? Out of? That's all, KK. That's it. That's all there is. So now you were supposed to put 1 over 16. Then I need that as a decimal. Where's your calculator? Come on. Come on. Gotta get it together, girl. It's frustrating. Hurry up. Tell me what 1/16 is.
It's 0.0625.
And then what percentage is that? What do I?
625.
Close. You move it twice. Move the decimal twice.
6.25.
Yes, 6.25%. Now do that repeatedly on every problem. Okay, Molly, you're up. What's the probability of getting an even number?
8 out of 16.
That's what I want to hear. 8 out of 16 reduces to what?
1/2.
Which is the same as what decimal?
0.5.
Which is the same as what percent? That's how we should be talking. Zip through it. Come on. Jolie, how many are greater than 10?
6.
Good. 6 out of what?
16.
Which reduces to? No. Look at, don't use a calculator. What am I dividing each of those by?
2.
So what's the top?
3.
Over? 16 divided by 2.
Oh, 8.
All right. Now, if you want, you can use a calculator. What's 3 divided by 8? Shh, I'm waiting for Jolie.
3.5.
Which is what percentage?
37.
Okay, I'm a little better. Okay. Ooh. Did you look up perfect squares? Good for you. Thank you. What is a perfect square? Okay, so that didn't really help me too much, right? So is 1 a perfect square? Is 1 a perfect square? Why?
Because it's like, you know, there's like a number chart.
Uh-huh.
It's like where like,
But what is 1?
it's irrational.
Well, it is rational, but how do I know 1 is a perfect square?
Because if you multiply it by itself.
Yes. 1 times 1 is 1. So I want everybody to highlight 1. Is 2 a perfect square? No. Is 3? Is 4? Why is 4, Ashley? That is exactly correct. Why sit in what 2 numbers, Ashley? 2 times 2 is 4, so that works. All right. Somebody else tell me what's the next perfect square in this wheel? The next perfect square in this wheel, KK. Come on, put your hand up. Cole, tell me. 9. Why, Cole? Why is 9 a perfect square? You're 100% right. Why is 9 a perfect square? Luca, tell him.
Because you can multiply, because it's multiplied
3 times 3. Is there another one, Tyler?
Yeah, 16.
Why?
4 times 4.
4 times 4 is 16. Okay, so perfect squares are numbers that are multiplied by the same number. You with me? Now, 1 is a little deceptive because it seems like 1 times 1 is 1. So they all should be the same. That's not what it's saying, though, right? Everybody happy with that? Okay. Now, so you get number 4 now. Tell me about it.
So 5 over 16.
Why 5?
I mean, I know.
Why 4?
Because, oh, you have to add them up.
No, you were right. I'm just,
Because there's 4 numbers.
there's 4 numbers. So I'm saying, whether you're right or you're wrong, I'm going to ask you questions. All right, I want to know if you know. 4 out of 16. Beautiful. So, which is 1/4, which is what decimal? Yes, think of it as a quarter in your pocket. Yes. All right. Ashley, that was good. Okay, I like that. Very good. All right, KK. Are you writing things down or are you trying? All right. Next, read, please. Avery, loud and proud.
A hat contains 8 orange, 20 purple, 19, and 3 brown.
Okay, so how many paper, how many slips of paper are there? I'm waiting for her. There are 40. All right, so I want everybody to make a mark. Total is 40. All right, I don't care about the rest because we already know what it says. All right, so what's the probability of getting a pink, please? Okay, so what decimal is that? You can use your calculator. Come on, chop, chop. Sometime this month, please. Faster, 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 faster. What? 0.225. Anybody else get that?
Yeah.
So what percentage is that? What? What? How many places do you move the decimal? How many places do you move the decimal, sunshine? Wow. What are you thinking today? Move it over twice, please. How much is that? Wow, that was fast. Thank you. I'll just call you Speedy Gonzalez today. Ashley, what's probability of getting a purple? Shh. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we talking about? You're going to have to help me with your explanation. Oh, okay. Man, I was confused. I thought you were convincing me that I was doing something wrong because you're always right. All right, here we go. Purple. What's probably getting a purple? 20 out of 40. Reduce to 1/2. 0.5. There you go. All right, thank you. Luca, what's probably getting an orange? What? Am I doing the wrong one again? Probability of getting an orange. How many oranges are there? So what are we talking about? What's the probability of getting an orange? 8 out of 40, which reduces to what? No, no, get off the calculator. I asked for a fraction without a calculator. And then reduce that 1/5. So 1/5 is what decimal? 0.2, which is what percentage? 20%. Now, Luca, I'm giving you a hard time. You know that. You understand everyone should know those fractions, right? I'll tell you when you can use a calculator. Like, I don't care if you don't know the 40ths. You should know a quarter. You should know tenths. You should know fifths. Those are common. You should know them now. All right. Number 8. What's the probability that we don't get a brown? Cole.
37 out of 40.
37 out of 40. Tell me what decimal that is. You can divide that one.
0.92.
0. Point what? 925, which is 92.5%. Thank you. Okay, Jackson, you're not purple. I mean, we know you're not purple. I'm just saying, well, this is a problem. Shh, 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 I am. Go. So what's the probability that you're not purple?
Oh, so we're not purple? 80. It's on the fraction.
Shh.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. The probability that we're not purple. Come on. This is what I'm not.
Oh.
What's the fraction?
Oh.
Shh.
20
20 over 40, which is what fraction reduced? Shh. Come on. 1/2, which is what decimal? Which is what percentage? Yeah, listen, you guys, yesterday, literally someone flipped out of their chair in the middle of my class.
What?
All right, and the worst part about it was they were leaning back on the door. So somebody walked in the door and they fell right out. All right, and I told them, if you fall and you crack your head and you get a concussion, your mom is not going to care what I think. Your parents are going to kill me. Right? That's why I'm saying you can't do that. All right, plus this plastic stuff right here. You can cut yourself on this. Right? It's pretty hard. All right, so don't play around, guys. All right? I like my job for the most part. Number 10, where am I at? Eddie is up. What's the probability that I'm not pink, Eddie?
31 out of 40.
Good job. So I want everybody to put down 31 out of 40, which is the same as what decimal?
0.775.
Anybody else get 0.775?
Yeah.
Which is the same as what percentage?
27.5%.
Yeah, 77.5%. Okay, Tyler, you're up, buddy. Probability of blue.
No, that's impossible.
Yes. So if something is not possible, it's literally just 0. All right, and 0, 0, 0, but we don't care. 0%, 0 decimal, 0 fraction. All right, so now tell me about brown. I'll let you do the brown one.
Oh.
Shh, shh. Probability of brown. Go, Tyler.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, you can do another one?
Yes.
3 out of 40.
Good. 3 out of 40,
And it equals 0.075.
which is?
67.
Thank you. Again, I appreciate it. All right, Zeb, what's the probability that you're not orange? 32 out of 40, which is what decimal? No. You can do this one. All right, good. What is 4/5? What? Yes, thank you, buddy. 0.8, which is what percentage? 80%. All right, I'm happy with that. Okay, now the frequency one is the one that generally throws people off. All right, the frequency is the one who usually throws things off, and I appreciate KK volunteering. All right, I appreciate your excitement on these problems, KK, and your stop telling. Then how do you learn, KK? You're participating. No, you can't. KK, what does frequency mean? Like 1, the number 1. What does frequency 6 mean? Look, right? So 1. What does frequency 6 mean? Shh. Eddie, tell her. 1 occurs 6 times. So what about 2? How many times does 2 come up? How many times does 3 come up? How many times does 4? And you might as well just finish it up. 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many spins were there altogether? Get out your calculator and add them up. Shh. And I want KK to do the work. And everybody else be telling me if she's correct. Shh. I know you're talking.
80.
Is that correct? Wow, KK.
Okay, so
80. Good. So there are 80 total. All right, so now your job is to tell me what's the probability of getting a 4, KK? Now, KK, do you see? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm saying you're participating, you're learning. If you're sitting there just writing things down, you're not getting smarter. Come on. That's easy. That is correct. So now write 14 over 40. I'm sorry, 14 over 80. Now, look up on the board, and what can I reduce that to? What can I divide both 14? What number goes into 14 and 80? 6 doesn't go into 14, KK.
Oh.
They're both even. So what number goes into them? Every even number can be divided by what? Well, they're no, KK. KK, stop being confused and pay attention. Even numbers can be divided by 2.
Oh.
Each one of them can be divided by 2. So what's 14 divided by 2? Sometimes,
Oh, 7.
come on,
7 and then
2 goes into 8 how many times?
4.
With the extra what?
Yeah.
Yes, 7 out of 40. Come on, KK, this is what I'm saying. Now, tell me what decimal that is. You can use your calculator. I don't expect you to know what divided by 40 is.
It's 17.1.
I know, but what was the decimal?
Oh, 20.
But I'm proud of you for knowing that you move it over 2 places. So that was 17.5%. Did anybody else get 17.5%? Stop leaning back. All right. I've had 2 people almost kill themselves. All right. KK, 15.
What?
Yep. I'm going to keep going until you can convince me you know what you're doing.
What is the 3 or 5 mean?
Yeah. How many 3s are there, KK?
What?
How many 3s?
11.
How many 5s?
15.
So altogether, that would make what?
26.
Out of? Okay. Now they're both even. So what do you think they divide by?
2.
That's correct. Divide by 2. What do I get? Without a calculator. And everyone else just keep right on working. And you can see whether or not you know what you're doing. What's 26 divided by 2? 2 goes into 2. How many? 2 goes into 2 how many times? And 2 goes into 6. There you go. 2 goes into 8. Yep. Now use your calculator. Come on, what's the decimal?
0.335.
Okay, last one more, KK. What's the probability of not getting a 1? What's the probability of not getting a 1? Hey, Jolie, you still with me, right? You understand me, right? Molly, you're still with me, right? I'm going for everybody. Please tell me when you don't know something. All right? How many of them are not 1s, KK?
74.
How did you get that so fast?
Did I use my calculator?
I know, but what did you do?
Oh, you just
From what? What did you subtract from 80? Very smart. Finally. Thank you. All right. You're not adding up the 14, the 11. Does everybody agree with me on that? You can just say, well, there's 6 1s, so that makes 74 not 1s. So now 74 over 80. Okay, now they're both even, so what can I divide by? 2. So 2 goes into 7 how many times?
2
2 goes into 7 how many times?
3 times.
With 1 left over. So 2 goes into 14
7.
7 times. And then 37 over what? Okay, do the decimal for me. Molly, you're next, okay?
92.5.
Nope.
9.925.
And then what?
92.5.
Good job. Okay, Molly, help me out with, oh. Yeah, that's okay, that's okay. So let's review prime. So I want you to look up prime number on your Safari real quick, please. And if you know how to do it, just keep going. And those of you guys, just go down and do the 3rd page. If you're waiting patiently, you think you understand everything. All right? What's a prime number? That's kind of weird, isn't it? So what does that mean, Luca?
It can only be multiplied by 1 in itself.
It can only be multiplied by 1 in itself. Is 1 a prime number, guys?
Yes, yes.
Is 1? No, because it only has 1 factor. Okay, so Molly, look at our numbers. These numbers right here, I'm going to highlight these numbers, and then you're going to tell me which one is prime. Which ones are prime? 2 is, I like what you said so far. 2, 3, 5. You're awesome. And that's it. All right, 2, 3, 5, 7. Now, KK, are you still working?
Yeah.
All right, don't let everyone do the work. I'm going to move your seat right up here next to me from now on. Tomorrow, you're going to be sitting right next to me. Yep. And you're going to be facing so I can watch everything you're doing. Molly, so how many of them are prime? Well, no. What you want to do is you want to, now, the reason she subtracted before because she had to add all the other numbers up. We don't have to add all the numbers up. We're just going to add what numbers? Just the frequency for the primes. So which ones are we adding, Molly? 14, what else? What else? And yes, add those up for me. And tell me what that is. Out of how many? Did anybody else get 45 out of 80? All right, now reduce that. Now, KK, listen to what she's saying. What can be reduced by, please? If you don't know, it's okay. Tell me. 5. That's exactly right. KK, do you understand it can be reduced by 5? Well, I don't want you using a calculator. What's 45 divided by 5, Molly? How many times does 5 go into 8? How many times does 5 go into 8? How many left over? And then 5 goes into, you see how I put it up in the corner? 5 goes into 30, how many times? There you go. So there's the fraction, 9 over 16. Now write that as a decimal, please. Yes. Which is what percentage? Okay, Molly, do you understand all that? So far, you're good? KK, would you tell me if you don't understand something? Did you understand that?
Yeah.
I didn't ask you because you could have copied it down like you do. All right, I mean it. I'm getting hard on you now. All right, you hear me? Because I think you're just sitting over there. All right, okay, KK, I'm glad now you know I can tell you're participating because you're telling me you're doing it instead of smiling at me. All right, Jolie, you're up. What's the probability of getting an odd number here? Yeah, you got to count them up for me. What'd you get? You don't have your calculator? Come on, 37. That's good, Jolie. I appreciate you not using your calculator. 37 out of how many? All right, now go ahead and use your calculator for that, please. Which is what percentage? Yes. All right, I'm happy. All right, 19, go. What's the probability of not a 4 or a 7? Now, because you're brilliant, all right, how am I going to do this quickly?
You're gonna do, you're going to subtract 19.
That's right. Yeah, 61 over 80. Hold up. KK, do you understand what she did? How she got 61 over 80 so fast?
You add 14
And then do what?
and then minus 8.
Now, do you understand what I'm saying? This is why I'm upset with you so much. Do you understand what you did all day? For the first time, probably all year, you did all of the work. And now I call on you and you know what? You know the answer. All right, tell me now.
Now you have to put that in there.
Which is?
1765.
Which is?
76.25.
Okay. Is everybody now? You just have to. Yesterday, I just, for whatever reason, we forgot fractions, decimals, percentages. That's why it's such a great review today. All right. Anybody have any issues? All right. Now, extra practice. I want everybody now. This is your homework. When you come to class tomorrow, all I'm going to do is call you to my desk and say, "Let me see these 1 through 12." No, you can ask your buddies a question. You can leave it as, yep, like you can put the fraction bar over it or the line over it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, you can get repeated numbers there,
I'll
telling me.
give you that because I just did all of them. You want me to?
I don't care. No, I mean, you know. I think if it's 0.3 repeating, that's normally what you do is put a point or 3 with the bar over it.
Oh, if it's already.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'll just write
Right? But again, yeah, just like how many marbles are there in the bag? 15, right? So that's why you're telling me it might come out repeated, right? I'm totally okay with that being repeated. All right, I'm totally okay with that being repeated. All right, KK, I appreciate you today. Did you hear me? Really, I do. All right. Yes, ma'am. I want you to ask your brother. Ask someone. I don't want to just tell you. All right. Tomorrow, if you say, "I tried, I just couldn't get it," I'll help you. You're smart. Look it over. All right. I'm happy with you guys today.